You know, we only ever see the second half of our parents' lives, which is the downhill part. And the golden years that they had, we have to piece together.
That's Quaglino's down there, I said, passing the turning for Berry Street. Ah, Quags. A good little band that was. Always packed. Did you know it reopened recently, Dad? Did it? He looked astonished. It had been closed since the early 70s. Yes, Terence Conran relaunched it. Well, I never. A decent band? Well, it's just a restaurant now, Dad. Ah, too bad, he said. We slowed for a red light. Back then, in the mid-50s, he'd realized that to fully push the door open at the BBC, he had to be not just an occasional arranger-conductor on radio, but a respected, leading nightclub band leader. The opportunity arose to become one at the old Quaglino's with the departure of the Tim Clayton Orchestra in late 1956.
Well, I first wrote about my mum and my dad in the book I wrote in the mid-90s. And they were both, you know, big characters in that book, very contrasting. I think I felt that if I could somehow trap them in the book, I could somehow understand them better.
Chase me, Blake cried, spying a small ornamental rose garden surrounded by a tall yew hedge. She walked on, heedless. I'll catch you, I will, she said loudly. It sounded almost stentorian.
You know, the point about the book is how your allegiances change towards them. I mean, my dad first comes across as this very charismatic, working class Glaswegian jazz musician, could charm the pants off anybody who walked in the room. And my mum, at that stage, was quite long-suffering of him. And as he got older and more depressed, as his career faded, she put up with him a lot. You know, they were complicated, and it was a bit like living around a couple of massive forest creatures. You know, slightly scary, but quite cuddly. It's a very complicated story, and I think the book starts off with my dad as charismatic and my mum as crabby, but then at the very end you actually get the real key to their relationship. I hope it becomes more emotionally powerful because of that.